it's hard for me to go ahead and stick with the habit for a long time. I was scared to just take that first step. You just don't want other people to judge you. I don't deserve to be successful. All the times I got laid off from a job. You can't keep caring what people think. Y'all might be neck and neck, but since that person has that confidence, he's gonna beat you every single time. All the shots that I missed on the basketball court. Your friends might start to think that you're better than them. We let those negative experiences start to define us, but use it to make you a better person. I'm no longer gonna be that person with those limited beliefs. What's good, my YouTube family? Alex Moore here, back again with another video. Thank you as always for tuning into the channel. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram at @realalexmore_. And if you do like today's video, don't forget to subscribe. In this video, I'm gonna be talking about 7 ways fear of success is holding you back. I don't know about you guys, but I'm someone who often self-sabotages myself, self-sabotages the beliefs, the things that I can accomplish. I didn't really realize how much of a problem that was until I started getting older in life and realized that the same thought pattern that I had developed as a 6-year-old, a 5-year-old, had continued to stick with me as a 31-year-old. And these 7 points really outline everything that I've struggled with. So I'm gonna give you these 7 points, and I'm gonna give you some tips to overcome this as well and create that dream reality that we always wanted. The first fear that's holding you back from success and creating the life that you actually want is staying stuck in your comfort zone. I know this is something I personally have always struggled with. I'm more of an introverted person, more of a quiet person. Since I was 12, 13, 14 years old, I just wanted to be in my shell. I didn't really want to talk to anybody. I didn't want to go ahead and be the center of attention. I didn't want to go ahead and introduce myself to anybody. I carried that into my adulthood. I remember being a kid, I went to a party. One of my best friends had a party. All the kids from school came to this party and everyone was dancing, everyone was eating, everyone was having a good time. And then there was me. For whatever reason, I was just overthinking everything, and I was the kid that was just in the corner, not talking to anybody, not dancing, because I was just so caught up on stepping out of my comfort zone. I was so scared to actually speak to someone, even just introduce myself. Hey, I'm Alex, what's your name? I was scared to do that. And this is me as a 3rd or 4th grader. I couldn't even do that. That happened so many times in my life where I just could not step out of my comfort zone and even take the first approach to just introduce myself to anybody. There's been so many people at the gym that I had wanted to speak to who had the physique that I wanted to create, but I was so scared to even just speak to them because I thought, hey, this person might think I'm weird. I just know I lost so many possible blessings in my life because I was scared to just take that first step and introduce myself to someone. And this might be the same issue for you guys as well. Who wants to interrupt the regularly scheduled program? We wake up at a certain time, we eat the same foods at a certain time, we hang out with the same people, we watch the same TV, we listen to the same music, we date the same people. It's so weird to go ahead and step out of that. Your body, if you do change anything up in your normal routine, starts to freak out. Think about it, you guys. Have you ever lost a friendship or lost a relationship and been stuck wondering what the heck am I supposed to do? Your brain is just going crazy whenever you don't have that girl with you anymore, or you're not at that job anymore, whatever the case may be. You're stuck wondering like, what do I do now? Come back, because you're just so uncomfortable in having your reality change. And that's really holding us back from creating that dream reality we want. This is something right here that's stepping out of my comfort zone, is just speaking to this camera. Even though I've been making YouTube videos for 6, 7, 8 years now, it's still hard for me to go ahead and come up here, be vulnerable, introduce myself, and tell a little bit about my story, knowing that other people are gonna see it, whether it's 100 people or 100,000 people. That fear of getting critiqued can always be with you. So it's easier for me to go ahead and just stay in my comfort zone, keep my thoughts to myself, and not really let you guys know what's going on. But we're not doing that no more, y'all. The second fear that's holding us back from success is having the imposter syndrome. This is something that I still feel till this very day, y'all. Imposter syndrome is so big. I'm someone who constantly has self-doubt, negative beliefs, not really thinking I can actually do it. My mentor that I'm working with right now, he made me create something called a list of love and a list of hate. And one of the things that he had me put on my list of love is understanding that I don't need to second guess myself, understanding that I can be confident in who I am, who I want to be, the decisions that I make. One of the things he actually put on there, and he has me read this every single day, is saying I am worthy, I am capable of being successful, I am capable of being a 1% man. Because I grew up a certain way or had certain failures, it's very easy for me to think that I don't deserve to be successful. I don't deserve to have the YouTube going in a good direction. I don't deserve to make a good amount of money. I don't deserve to have life just flourishing for me in all areas. And because of that, it can be hard hard for me to take action on a lot of things. It can be hard for me to visualize that person that I want to be. I'm sure you guys have probably dealt with something similar to that. Not only is it hard to deal with those negative beliefs, but also you just don't want other people to judge you. I can think back to when I was a basketball player back in school. I played point guard. I was somebody who never wanted to take a lot of shots because I felt it was easier for me to just set somebody else up, put them in position to go ahead and score. It was easier for me to go ahead and just pass, shoot every once in a while, but not too often, because I always had the mindset of, well, dang, what if I airball this shot? Or what if I miss this layup? Everybody is gonna laugh at me. I didn't play as aggressive as I could have played. Not really realizing it, I took a lot of those same things into my adulthood, even as far as just career. I'm wondering, can I really be successful? Can I actually do something that's gonna require a lot of eyes to be on me? That can be a scary situation for some of us. It shouldn't be like that, but the way our brain works, it's kind of crazy how we create realities for the wrong reason. The third fear that's holding you back from being successful is the fear of increased responsibility. The fear of not being able to live up to those expectations can really cause a lot of self-sabotage. A lot of us tend to think for whatever reason we need to be perfect. Perfect doesn't really exist, but in our brains it does. When we see that CEO, when we see that person driving that dope car, we think that they're perfect. And then we look at ourselves and we think, we can never do that. We just need to stick at our $50,000 job, stay in our little apartment, drive our little car, and that's good enough. But you don't realize, by not taking that position, by not taking the first step of action to create that dream life, your reality is never going to change. So in order to just avoid altogether having those additional responsibilities, it's way easier to just stay where we at. The fourth fear that's holding you back from success is the fear of social consequences. Achieving success can change social dynamics. Think about it for a minute. If you and your homies are all making $50,000, but then all of a sudden you level up and you making 100,000 or 200,000, your homies might be a little jealous. They may envy you. Or if you do change your physique, you go from being a person who's overweight to a person that's in tip-top shape with only 10% body fat, you might intimidate a lot of people. Your friends might start to think that you're better than them. I can think back to when I worked at Geico. I was new to the company, but I was one of the top salesmen in my team. And a lot of the times people ask me, Alex, what are you doing? Like, you're such a good salesman. And I downplay it all the time. I'd say, nah, I'm not really a good salesman. I just got lucky. And I would say that all the time, even though I constantly was having one of the top sales on the company. I was winning salesman of the month. I had all these awards that I was getting, but I constantly just said, nah, man, I was just lucky. Or I don't know how I'm getting this sale. It just might be my day. Just because I want to relate to everybody so bad, it can be kind of weird if, let's say, I did become a big YouTuber or I did make X amount of money. Maybe the people that I'm cool with right now might switch up, or maybe my audience might look at me a little different because I'm not the same small YouTuber that I was before, and I've changed and my life has leveled up. And the fifth fear that's holding you back from creating a successful life is low confidence. I know y'all can relate to that because I know 80% of people probably do have low confidence. Why do you have low confidence? It could be plenty of reasons. You don't like the body you have. You don't like the voice that you have. You don't like the fact that you are broke. You don't like the fact that you can't speak as well as you would like to be, or you can't dance. I'm somebody who's very unconfident when it comes to dancing. You put me on the dance floor, I don't want to do nothing because I can't dance and I don't want to be judged at all. I don't even want to put myself out there. Not realizing that there's other men who are just as bad, if not probably worse than dancing than I am, but they don't care and they don't think that they the best person on the dance floor, knowing dang well they got two left feet. You're doubting your abilities, not realizing that there's someone with the same problems as you that just has a different mindset and says, hey, I think I'm the coldest dancer in the world. I think I'm the coldest YouTuber in the world. Not even realizing y'all might be neck and neck, but since that person has that confidence, he's gonna beat you every single time. So we gotta work on that confidence, man. The sixth fear that's holding you back from success is the fear of criticism. I talked about this before. It's the fear of basically having to deal with what people have to say. One of my fears, especially when it comes to YouTube, is having to deal with hate comments, somebody not agreeing with what I say, somebody having a different outlook or making fun of me or just saying something that's going to negative affect me. That's held me back from posting plenty of videos. You can't keep caring what people think. Caring what people think is just going to continue to hinder you. It's not going to take you anywhere near the success that you want. And you just got to learn to just deal with it. Only thing that matters is what you think about yourself. Only thing that matters is you being proud of what you did. And the last fear that's holding you back from success is past experiences. I can only think of all the failures that I've had, all the shots that I missed on the basketball court, all the jobs I applied for that didn't accept me, all the times I got laid off from a job, all the times that girl that I wanted didn't want me back. And I just replay those over and over and over in my head. Now those can be a good thing because you can use them for fuel in a positive way. But what a lot of us do, unfortunately, is we let those negative experiences start to define us. We start to believe what people are saying. Dang, I'm never going to be able to get a girlfriend. Dang, I'm never going to be able to get that high paying job. And you let these things go ahead and dictate you and you believe it. And that's messing up the life that you could actually create. That's just an experience. That's just one girl who didn't like you. That's just one job that laid you off. There's millions of jobs that would want to hire you. There's millions of girls out there who would want to date you. So you have to stop letting these issues stop you from taking action, stop you from doing the things that you really want to do. Realize that mistakes, errors, mishaps are a part of life, but use it to make you a better person. Use it to realize, okay, I don't want to make that same mistake. Now, I wrote down some tips as well, just to give some advice on what you can do to overcome some of these issues, and a lot of these are things that I'm working on myself as well. The first thing I have, and this hits home for me because I'm trying to create a brand new reality that I've never experienced before, is just focusing on the process and not just the outcome. We live in a world where we want everything like that, and it's real easy to get caught up in the fact that your reality isn't changing overnight. You keep going to the gym, but your physique hasn't changed yet. It's easy to go ahead and stop doing that. You've made 10 videos on YouTube, none of them got more than 50 views. You didn't get any new subscribers. It makes you want to quit, but you have to learn to embrace that learning process. You have to learn to appreciate the fact that you put that work in. You tried something new, and you have to have that mindset, okay, if I do this every single day, I'm going to continue to get a little bit better day by day. Day by day, the videos are going to get better. It took me 7 years to get monetized on YouTube. And even after that, it took me a whole nother year just to make my first $115. But I didn't really care about the dollar point like that. I didn't let the money really affect me. I just enjoyed the process of that. And you guys have to have the same thing with whatever you do, which is why it's so important to make sure you are aligned with whatever it is that you want to do. That way it doesn't really feel like work as much. The next tip I have that you can overcome fear and create a successful life that you want is challenge your negative beliefs. There's something that I look at every day that my mentor has helped me with called the villain and the hero. The villain is basically the negative things about yourself that you don't like. That represents the person that you don't want to be. And the hero basically represents the person that you do want to be, like your dream version of yourself. Looking at these things every single day has really helped me and stopped my negative thinking. I'll be real honest and let you guys know what some of my issues are for my villain. I keep starting and stopping. That goes for YouTube, that goes for the gym, and just everything. It's hard for me to go ahead and stick with the habit for a long time. The way I overcome that is every single day I tell myself I am consistent. I tell myself I'm not a drifter. Something else that I have limited beliefs with YouTube. That's something that I've struggled with as a small YouTuber. I've never been able to take my YouTube to the next level. A lot of that is just me having the negative beliefs that I spoke on a little bit earlier. So to overcome that, I tell myself I am confident in my YouTube. I tell myself I am willing to do whatever it takes to be successful. I tell myself that I'm no longer going to be that person with those limited beliefs. Although it is still relatively new, it has helped me so far. Maybe just for you guys, creating the villain, which is just who you don't want to be anymore, and creating that hero, which is everything that you do want to be moving forward, that might be something that helps you guys out as well. The next thing is visualize positive outcomes. This kind of goes set in stone with what I just said, but visualize yourself on who you would be if you did have everything that you wanted in life. If you did have that dream physique, if you did have that dream car, if you did have that dream girl, really think about what it looks like and really start to have that go into your brain and think about it just day in and day out. Visualize the positive reality. The more you visualize that, the more that your current reality is just going to slowly start to change because you're subconsciously understanding that you are a new person. You can do those things. You do have those positive beliefs instead of having those negative beliefs. And slowly over time, your life will change. The last tip I have is just building a positive network. Life could be so easy if we just had a group of like-minded people around us. We just had a group of people who just challenge us to do a little bit more. You know what people say, your network is your net worth. Be surrounded by people who are doing something with their lives and probably doing more than what you're doing with your life. I'm someone who wants to elevate all my friends. Anybody I come into contact with, I always tell them, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. Go ahead and let me know down in the comments what you thought of today's video. Let me know if you guys have also struggled with a lot of these issues, and let me know what your favorite part of this video was. Also, if you did like today's video, feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It's Alex Moore. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace.